Hello, everybody, and welcome to Thought for Thursday. It is Thursday, it is Friday Eve. I'm so happy to be here with you today to talk about a topic that is very important, something that I'm sure at some point we've all thought about, even before we technically entered into this stage of our lives as risers. Surely at some point in our lives, we contemplated what we should do about something and worked really hard at accomplishing a project or gaining a skill set or doing something, anything at all that we've had to put any effort into. Surely we have worked on something that we haven't been able to achieve as quickly as we thought we should, or right in the middle of what it is we were trying to do, we discovered that this end result may not be what I envisioned it to be. Or perhaps we were actually working on something and something unexpected came right in the middle of everything that we had accomplished. And although we tried to fight back, and although we tried to figure a different way to get around the obstacle and go over it and jump through it, somehow or another, we kept coming back to the starting stage, back at square one, and feeling as though we're not getting anywhere. I know I'm not the only one who's gone through something like that. Let's take something simple that we all deal with, the battle of the bulge. How many of you have fought that one so hard that you've said, it's just not even worth me trying right now to continue to, find a way to get rid of these last few pounds or a lot of pounds, however many pounds. There's always an occasion to dream. There's always an occasion to go for the dream. There's always an occasion to work hard for something. And yeah, all of that also creates opportunities for failure. It creates opportunities for redos or do overs, as I like to call them. Those things that you go through where you should have gotten a lesson the first go around, and it was a hard thing that you had to go through. And that lesson you should have gotten was a hard one to accept, and you didn't get it, and you have to do it again. Yeah, those do overs are things that are unpleasant as well. But just as we have an opportunity to grow, just as we have the opportunity for great things, there's always an opportunity in there. There's always the chance that whatever it is that we're going for or what it is that we're trying to do may not occur, as I said earlier, as quickly as we want it to, or it just may not happen right when we thought that it really, really was going to. So, what do? We often find ourselves in a place where we just want to give up. We want to give up. We've been working and doing the same job for 15 years or so. And every year it looks like you're going to get that promotion. Every year it looks like you're going to go for that coveted position. You're going to move into an area where you just know that you're fully qualified for. You've done all the work. You've studied all of the plans. You know what's going to be profitable, and still the next year comes around and you don't get that promotion. You work really hard at mending relationships, at building relationships. And, you know, relationships sometimes aren't the easiest things to do. And right when you know you've got it all taken care of and it is as strong as it can possibly be, eh, you just can't seem to see eye to eye with the other person in the relationship or the people in that relationship. You just can never manage to get on the same page. Let's not forget, of course, those things that we're trying to build, those dreams that we have, that I already talked about. Those things where we've sat down and we've had visions of them. Some of those things we've dreamed of as little kids. We were going to build our empire And over the years, what our empire looked like may have changed, may have gone from something not so realistic to something that really had some potential. And we started building milestones around them and goals and objectives. And we got our vision together and we got everything set in place. And we've been churning, we've been putting in the work, we've been making the contacts, we've been going about it all the right way. And it is year 10, and we still don't have that business, or we don't have that project where we feel that it needs to be. And so, right then, discouragement comes in, and you really feel like it's time to throw in the towel. Now, think about all of those situations and add kind of a layer on top of that for us risers. I say it all the time, well, for me in particular, I've got more years behind me than I have in front of me. But that's not to say that I don't have more life to live. But for many of us, we think of all of those things that are happening, all those situations that I just gave you, and then you go ahead and you layer life on top of that and aging and all of the things that come along with it. And yeah, it gets real easy to throw in the towel and say, there's just no need of me trying anything, of me going for anything at all anymore. Well, I'm here to tell you tonight that nothing can be further from the truth. And I challenged you with the question, what is that one thing that you can do? What can you do, maybe just once more, before throwing in the towel? Sometimes we just need people to encourage us, to give us something to think about, some thoughts, a thought for Thursday, like I have. Give you something to hold on to when you decide, yeah, it's time to throw in the towel. I want to give you something tonight to go to before you throw that in. Before you say, this is it, this is where I'm going to stop, where I'm going to stop on my project, where I'm going to stop with anything in life. What are some things that you can do? Number one for me, and number one I suggest be for you as well, is to pray. Is this indeed the time to throw in the towel? Pray for direction. Pray if it's something that you need more patience for. If it's something that just may not be the time, pray that God will reveal to you what you are to do in this place of discouragement, in this place of wanting to throw in the towel, in this place of saying, that is it. I have no more to give. I've exhausted absolutely everything I have. Pray. Pray for God's divine intervention and for his wisdom. Pray for him to give you an indication, to put someone in your life, for him to give you a resource, for him to just simply whisper something sweetly to your spirit, to say, I am here and I gave you this vision and I wouldn't lie about it. I gave it to you. I equipped you to do it. And I need you to stick with the plan, not your plan, but my plan, and then lean into that. So before you throw in the towel, the first thing I say to do is to pray and to see if this is indeed where you are to end things. All right. Secondly, go back and find out what stone it is that you've left unturned. Maybe it's finances that you're looking for to build a project of some sort, or to go after some type of funding for a 501c3. What is it that you have left unturned? Go back and review the entire process. Go back and look at the whole plan. Go back to the resources. Commit a day to yourself where you're going to go back and look under each one of those stones that you've built, those stones that you've laid along the way. Look under each of them to see if there's something that you have left undone. That's number two. Pray and go back and see what it is that perhaps you've left undone. A third thing I suggest, why is it that you wanted to do what you feel you can't do, that you're ready to throw in the towel over anyway? What is the reason that you want to do what you wanted to do? There was something behind that that really pushed you to go for it, whether it was the job, whether it was a relationship, whether it was something that you're trying to purchase, whether it's something you're trying to grow, whether it's something you're trying to give, whether it's something you're trying to build. What is it that made you want to go for it in the first place? Look at that thing and determine, why is it that you think it's not incentive for you anymore? Why is it that that is no longer a good reason for you to go after what it is that you want? Why is that thing not good anymore for you to just give up on and throw in the towel? If you can look at it and say, nah, it's not a good thing, well, then maybe you may want to redo some things. It may need some restructuring. But if it is a solid, confirmed, firmed up thing that you knew had good reasoning behind and good foundation for building, why is it that you feel that now it just doesn't seem like it's a good thing to do and I'm going to throw in the towel? Is it because it's hard now? That's the reason why most of us want to throw in the towel. We've become discouraged, we're impatient, we're depressed, we just can't wait any longer. Why is it? Why are any of those things a good reason to throw in the towel, particularly behind something that you know that you are designed to do? Those things that fulfill your purpose and you want to throw in the towel on them? Why is that? Why is it? Is it a good reason for you wanting to throw in the towel? Fourth thing, did you look at the backup plan? For many of us, yeah, by the time we're ready to throw in the towel, chances are we've kind of exhausted a few plans. Yeah, we probably have. But have you really taken a look at that backup? And is there a backup to the backup to the backup? Have you really exhausted all options? Sit down and take a deep look into that and find out. Something else. Who have you talked to about what it is you want to throw the towel in over? What is it? Who is it that what resource is there that you have not tapped into? Who is it that you can actually go back to? Who are you overlooking? What organization is there that you can talk to? Who is it that's an expert who has told you time and time again that they're there for you and they can probably give you some insight? Have you spoken to that person? Who is it that you have not reached out to? And who is it that you can actually sit down and talk to? Who is that person that you kind of designated? Or have you designated someone? And this is number 5. Have you designated someone who is your quit partner? Who is your quit partner? That's that person who's going to be there when you decide to quit and who's going to hold you up on both sides and say, it's not time. You need a person in your life who's going to hold you accountable and who's going to tell you you have to keep pushing when you want to stop. That's the person who's going to come behind you as that towel is reared back in your hand and is laying on your forearm. Right as you get ready to throw it, that is the person who's going to come and snatch it and say, give it here. Remember, I'm the one who's the towel snatcher for you. I'm the one who's telling you it's not time to throw in the towel. So yeah, find support from someone else. Get an accountability partner and get your quit partner so that they can pull you back when you're ready to throw in the towel on that thing that you know you're supposed to see through until the end. All right? So those are some things. What else? What else? Why don't we stop taking a look at trying to get all the way to the finish line and start to enjoy the parts that we hit along the way first? That will have us to focus more and to be grateful more and to learn more so that when we do get that milestone, when we do get to where we want to be, we're all the more thankful, we're wiser, and we're better equipped to handle that thing that we've been working on. That thing that we really kind of wanted to just throw the towel in on, but we learned so much in the process of getting to it that not only do we have what it is that we were working for, but we're better for it. We know more. We are more educated. We are wiser. We have more patience. We have more tenacity. We have learned more. We're wiser, like I said, and we can do even more with the thing that we finally have. So that's what I wanted to drop in and tell you tonight. It is too soon to throw in that towel. Go back and look and see what is it that you can look at once more? What is it that you can do maybe one more time? Talk to that person once more. Go back and look under those stones to make sure you didn't leave anything unturned. Pray again. Check in with God to make sure that the thing that you're walking away from isn't the thing that He has put you here to do. He has designed specifically for you to have. He wants you to nurture. Go and check in and make sure, find out that that is the thing, that is not the thing that He wants you to keep. And it's definitely the thing that He doesn't want you to throw the towel in for. Get that accountability partner, that quit partner, that person who's going to pull that towel out of your hand as you go in to throw it. And above all else, don't let, as I said in the caption, don't let the wrinkles make you think that it is too late and that you've run out of time. Yes, you are in your prime. You can make the latter better than the former. Go for those things. Go after those things that you know you've been put here to do. Go after the legacy that you have to create. Let your voice be heard. These are things that I talk about, things that I know that I have to keep running to pursue, and things that I know that I'm releasing into the world. So stick with it. Don't throw in the towel. Reach out to me for strategies to get breakthroughs, for strategies to go through and do the personal development that you need and the professional development that you need. Talk to me about the programs that I have. I have shorter programs and larger programs. I have, when I say larger, I mean longer. I have shorter and then those programs that are up to 12 weeks. There is a way to go for what you want and to accomplish it. And there is a way to get past wanting to give up. There's strategies for that. I guarantee there's help for that. Reach out to me and I can give you some information on some things that we can do to have you to place that towel back until it's really time to use it. All right? That's it. That's it. Your thought for Thursday. Go back and see what you can do once more. We're risers. We are risers, not sitters, not those who are sitting down and ready to just rock in that chair and give it up. There are plenty of things that we have to do. Check those stones once more to see what you've left undone and go for those things that you know you still need to do. It is far too early. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what you got going on in your life. I don't care what you have not accomplished yet. And I don't care how long you've been going for it. There's always time to reassess, recalibrate, check in to make sure that it is still the structure that it's supposed to have, that it's structured in the way that you're supposed to go. And don't give up just because you're patient, just because you're tired, just because there are all these factors that aren't going your way. Keep the push on. That's it. Have a great evening. We've got a long weekend coming up. Some of us take the time to rest, recalibrate, refresh. All right. Everyone have a great one. Good night.